Hey guys, what's up? I hope all of you are doing very well. So in our this video session, we will study about torque experienced by electric dipole in the uniform electric field. It is of standard 12 physics, volume 1, unit 1, section 143. Okay, you can see in the book it is in page number 25. Okay, so before we start our today's lesson, I request you all to please subscribe my channel Pratik Singh Classes. Do like and share among your friends and juniors so that everybody can get benefit from my knowledge. And please hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload a new video, you will get its notification. Okay, so in the before I go to the class, okay, let me tell you something that in standard 12 you have to study about only uniform electric field, okay, about non-uniform electric field and its dipolarity. It will come in colleges, not now, but a short note is given at the end of the topic. Okay, so not wasting the time, let us come to our class today. Hello students, in our previous class we have studied about electric field due to dipole. There we have seen two cases in brief, that was electric field due to a dipole at points on the axial line, and then case 2, electric field due to an electric dipole at point on the equatorial plane. If you have missed the chance to see that video, okay, if you touch the screen now of your mobile phone, okay, at the top right corner you can see I button there. Okay, click that I button, you will get the previous video related to the topic. Okay, fine. So in our today's class, the first topic which we will see is torque experienced by an electric dipole in the uniform electric field. Okay, here about uniform and non-uniform electric field also we already have seen in our previous videos. Okay, again I am giving you the link of that video so that if you have missed you can see from there. Just touch the I button at the top right corner of your mobile screen and from there you can get the link. Fine, so let us start our today's class. Okay, so here this word torque, okay, what does it mean? In class 11th you have studied about torque in Hughes. Okay, let me say you once again that torque, that is also called as moment of a force, is the tendency of a force to rotate the body to which it is applied. Okay, always keep in mind that forces when applied, okay, it makes the object to move in a straight path, and when torques are applied, okay, it makes the object to move in a curvy linear path. Okay, so that is the basic difference between torque and force, but in physics both of them are same. Now consider an electric dipole of dipole moment P. About dipole moment we already have seen in our previous classes, in our previous videos. Placed in a uniform electric field E whose field lines are equally spaced and point in the same direction. That means equally spaced and point in same direction. That means it is uniform electric field. Okay, that means suppose a uniform electric field is there. Okay, and in that electric field a dipole is kept. Okay, how it will look like below in the textbook the figure is given, we will come to that later. The charge plus Q will experience a force QE. We have seen earlier Coulomb's law in the form of electric field, that is F is equal to Q into E, okay, by magnitude. Okay, this is the Coulomb's law in the form of electric field. In the direction of the field, and the charge minus Q will experience a force minus QE in the direction opposite to the field. Okay, so what does it mean? Here Y plus Q charge experiences a force in the direction of the field, and Y minus Q charge experiences a force in the opposite direction of the field. Okay, so let me draw a figure for you here. Okay, so as the definition suggests here, now see, okay, I have drawn a figure for you here on the screen. I hope you will understand the concept very well here. See, this is the positive charge. Okay, these are the positive charges equally spaced from each other and they are producing electric field uniformly. Means we know it very well from our previous videos that from positive charge electric field lines goes outward in 3 dimensions. Okay, so here they are uniformly distributed. So in that situation, uniform electric field lines are coming outward. Fine. On the screen you can see that this is the positive charge, okay, here, and this is the negative charge, okay, as given on the screen. Fine. So because we know that very well that positive charges repel each other and positive negative charge will attract each other. So you can just visualize it here that these positive charges will repel this positive charge in right hand side direction, means in the direction of electric field. Okay, and the force acting here on this positive charge is given by Q into E. Okay, and here you can see this is a negative charge here. Okay, and these are the uniform positive charge spaced equally from each other. Okay, because of that there will be a force of attraction between them. So in that situation the direction of force acting on this negative charge will be towards left hand side direction. Okay, so here it will be a force of attractive and that force will be given by minus Q into E. In physics always remember that whenever we say about electric force or electrostatic force, if suppose the magnitude of electrostatic force is positive, that means it is a repulsive force, and if the magnitude of electrostatic force is negative, that means it is attractive. Okay, as given here in this topic. Okay, that plus Q charge will experience a force of Q into vector E and minus Q charge will experience a force of minus Q into E in a direction opposite to the field. So you can visualize it here that the electric field lines are going from left to right. Positive charge experiences electric force in the direction from left to right, and negative charge here is experiencing a force in the direction from right to left, that means opposite to the electric field of this uniform charges. Okay, fine. So I hope this topic you can visualize very well, you have understood very well. Coming to the next topic. Okay, since the external field E is uniform, okay, as we have seen previously, the total force acting on the dipole is 0. That is because of on positive charge we have the force acting is Q into E, and on negative charge we have a force acting is minus Q into E. Okay, because they are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction, so total forces acting here is 0. These two forces acting at different points will constitute a couple, and the dipole experience a torque as shown in figure 1.20 below. Okay, about couple you might have seen in standard 10th and 11th. Okay, but if you have forgotten, don't worry, let us see it once again in a very short definition. You might be familiar with this figure I have drawn here for you. Okay, this thing you have seen in class 10th, that if suppose two forces equal in magnitude and opposite in direction are acting at two different points, then because of that the body starts rotating. Okay, so this is the perfect example and elaboration for this word torque. Okay, this torque tends to rotate the dipole. Because of that, okay, the dipole starts rotating. We have seen in our previous class, slide, that a positive charge forces or get a force in right hand side direction, and a negative charge is acted towards left hand side direction. Because of that, a torque is introduced here and it makes the dipole to rotate in clockwise direction. Okay, note that electric field lines of uniform field are equally spaced and point in the same direction. Okay, as we have seen in this upper slide, okay, that in case of uniform electric field lines, they are equally spaced and they all face in same direction. Okay, about this we already have seen in previous video lecture also. Fine. So the total torque on the dipole about point O, okay, is tau. This symbol is called as tau. Vector tau or vector torque is equal to OA cross Q into E. We know that torque is equal to force into force arm, okay, or force into the distance from the center. Okay, in different books you will get different notations for this. Somewhere it is written D, somewhere it is written R, somewhere it is written by S. So don't worry about that. It is just torque is equal to force, that is Q into E into force arm, that is the distance from the center. Okay, plus here it is given OV cross QE. Okay, I have said you that torque is equal to force into force arm. Okay, but here a lot of things are given. What does that mean? How does it come? Okay, from this enlarged diagram you can visualize the terms very well. Okay, here on point B we have a positive charge, that is plus Q, and at point A we have a positive charge, negative charge minus Q. Okay, the force acting on the charge at point B is equal to Q into vector E, and likewise the force acting on charge at A minus Q is minus Q into E. Here a line joining AB and O is its center. Okay, it makes an angle theta with the uniform electric field lines. All right, OA is equal to OB is equal to A, as you can see from the screen. Okay, from this red color lines shows uniform electric field lines going from left to right. Okay, that means to the extreme left of the lines there might be uniformly distributed positive charges there. Okay, so torque here is equal to force into force arm. Torque acting on charge A is equal to force minus QE into force arm OA, plus torque acting on B is plus QE into OB. Okay, so that is given in our previous example or previous equation. Okay, let us come back to our previous equation and see what are the things given there. Okay, so as we have seen in previous slide that total torque on the dipole about the point O is given by tau is equal to vector OA cross QE plus minus QE plus vector OB cross QE. Here minus QE has come because the charge at point A was negative, and here plus Q has come because charge at point B was positive. Okay, so this is the total torque acting on the dipole. Fine. So here I hope you have understood it very well. What does it mean? Coming to next page, using right hand corkscrew rule, okay, as we have studied in class 11th volume 1 unit 2, it is found that total torque is perpendicular to the plane of the paper and is directed into it. Okay, about right hand corkscrew rule we have seen very well in 11th. If you have forgotten, just go through standard 11th books. Okay, you can see here a cross mark. This cross mark says the direction of the torque. Okay, whenever you will have a cross mark, that means something is going inward to the screen of a mobile phone or laptop or a desktop, or to the book, means going inward. And if suppose just dots are given, in that situation it means that something is coming towards you, starting from back side of the screen of your mobile phone or laptop or computer or the book and coming towards you. Okay, so this cross mark and dot mark says that something is lying perpendicular to the screen and going inward or outward. Okay, the magnitude of the total torque tau is equal to mod vector OA into mod of minus Q into E into sin theta plus mod of vector OB into mod Q into E sin theta. Okay, that is tau is equal to QE into 2a sin theta. Okay, here Q is the charge on any one of the, Q is the amount of charge on any one of the charges, and E is the uniform electric field. Okay, 2a sin theta is the perpendicular distances between the charges, positive and negative charges, as you can see in figure 1.20. okay, this is the perpendicular distance between the charge plus q and minus q. Okay, so this is total torque, and theta is the angle made by the line joining AB and the uniform electric field. Okay, okay, so here theta is the angle between vector P and vector E. Fine. We know that very well that P is equal to 2 into A into Q. Okay, so here P, that is Q into 2A, can be taken out, and at this position we can write P. So total equation will become P into E into sin theta. Okay, now see, this is in the form of cross product or vector product, so it can be written as tau t is equal to P cross E. Okay, in class 11th you have studied that vector A cross vector B is equal to AB sin theta. Okay, so if it is given AB sin theta, it can be written as A cross B. So here, as it is given P sin theta, it can be written as P cross E. Okay, as given here in equation 1.24. The magnitude of this torque tau is P sin theta, and is maximum when theta is equal to 90 degree. You know very well that the maximum value of sin theta is 1, that is at 90 degree, and minimum value is -1, that is at 270 degree. Okay, this torque tends to rotate the dipole and align it with the electric field E, as we have seen in our previous slide that. Okay, so as you can see from this figure 1.20, that if suppose this charge, okay, that charge at point A, that is plus q and minus q, if it comes perfectly horizontal, vertical, okay, like this, okay, that when it makes 90 degree with the uniform electric field, in that situation it will become, the equation will become q into E into sine 90 degree. Okay, because sine 90 degree is the maximum, so in that situation the torque acting on the charges will be maximum. Okay, and when it will align like 0 degree, okay, parallel to the electric field, in that situation it total dipole acting in that situation will be 0. Okay, so now coming back to our next topic. Okay, so as given here, once vector P is aligned with vector E, the total torque on the dipole becomes 0. That means when theta is equal to 0 degree, total torque is equal to 0. If the electric field is non-uniform, okay, means if suppose the charges are not separated equally, or if they are distributed varyingly, in that situation they will create a non-uniform electric field. Most of the time in our day-to-day life we have non-uniform electric field. Okay, so in that situation the force experienced by positive charge plus q is different from that experienced by minus q. In addition to the torque, there will be a net force acting on the dipole. Okay, as given in this figure 1.21, you can see here that electric field lines are not in same direction, and also their magnitudes are varying. Okay, so in this situation not only the torque but a net force will also act on this. Okay, here the magnitude of force acting on charge plus q is q into vector E1, okay, and magnitude on charge minus q is q into vector E2. Here you can see from the figure that their direction as well as their magnitudes are different. Okay, so this is the real concept about this thing. You not have to study now. This will come in the higher classes. Okay, for standard 12, you only have to consider torque acting on dipole when electric field is uniform. Okay. Alright, so this is the end of our today's video session. I hope you might have enjoyed today's class and learned something new. Okay, this was related to torque experienced by an electric dipole in uniform electric field. Okay, so this is my channel Pratik Singh Classes. I request you all to subscribe my channel, hit like and share, and also hit the bell icon so that whenever I will upload a new video, you will get its notification. Okay, share it among your friends and juniors or anybody so that whatever knowledge I have, everybody will get the benefit from it. Okay, and also I am making this video because of lockdown. We don't know when the schools and colleges will reopen. Okay, so it is better to do something than nothing. So stay at home, learn from my classes. I upload every day short classes just of 15 to 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Okay, so till my next video, take care of your health, take care of your family, stay away from corona. Okay, stay healthy, stay safe. Bye bye.